Welcome back, everybody, to Crush Liturgy. This is a podcast about tripping, falling, and hitting the ground. I am your host, Madeline Dennison, and I am an associate marriage and family therapist, but here I will only be interviewing some friends and fellow therapists that have a lot to say on the nature of the crush process. Today we have one of my oldest friends. I've known her since she was 12 years old. She's one of my brother's best friends, and they also have a bit of a romantic past there. So we have a lot of just juicy secrets, gossip style info sharing to get to, and this was such a fun episode. I think all of us were a little bit nervous that nothing could top episode 1 just because of what a meta conversation it was, but where that was very meta, this one kind of felt like you're just sitting at a sleepover and it's like 1:30 a.m. and like the conversation is finally getting to that point where like everybody else is asleep but you two are awake and you're having the best time and you're just like in a flow state of like conversation. It was so sweet and tender, and this is just like what we love about this podcast is that not only are we just like spending so much time validating the crush process and taking away black and white thinking and right versus wrong and good versus bad, but we're also just able to like look at each other and gush, and that's what's really fun about having your friends on a platform like this. So thank you all for listening. I'm so excited to get to it, and if you do notice me tapping my arm, I just want to throw it out there. I'm having an allergic reaction to a like tattoo bandage. So if you notice that it looks like some of my flesh might be burning off of my body, don't worry. It is intact for now. Time stamped 7:57 p.m. November 30th, 2025. Love you. Bye. 3. Welcome to Crush Pod. With me today is Miss Savy Rey.
Hello.
You can't hear it, but we have some applause and trumpeting from the room. Room say hey.
Oh, I like this.
We're so happy that you're here with us.
Thanks. I'm so happy to be here.
I wanted to start us off with a very brief polyvagal exercise because Savy has not really been exposed to very much of this questionnaire. Obviously, if there's any questions she doesn't want to answer, we're just going to be cutting them. But because she doesn't have that much background on Crush Pod and the crush assessment that we're going to be going through, I think it is a good time for us to just kind of be where our feet are. The vagus nerve goes all through your body, and we're just going to do a quick exercise. So if you want to get into a comfortable position, and together, just like how we said Crush Pod, we're just going to hum for like 3 to 5 seconds, okay?
Okay.
So breathe in and hum.
Sorry, I don't know how I was trying to harmonize.
Okay. Instead of breathing in, we're just gonna hum.
Okay.
We're gonna hum here, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Don't look at me.
Okay.
Look at the dog.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe just close your eyes.
Yeah. Tell me when.
All right, got all the giggles out.
Okay, I'll just. Anyways.
I think that was enough. That was perfect.
Yeah, I feel so grounded.
It's good to be with old friends, isn't it?
It so is. Okay.
Why don't you share how old you were when we met?
Approximately 12.
Yes. That would have made me 15.
This sounds weird. Yeah, probably.
Savy is good friends with my younger brother, and she's just been basically a part of the family ever since.
Yep, some may say.
We're both from San Diego, went to schools in the same districts, kind of. And yeah, if you want to just tell us like 1 or 2 things about yourself before we dive in.
That's
anything
scary.
that comes to mind.
Yeah.
You mentioned surfing earlier.
I don't think I did.
Or would you like to talk about the guest you brought with you?
Yeah, I'll talk about something else because if I talk about surfing, Maddie's little brother's going to call me a poser and say that I'm not allowed to talk about surfing because I don't surf anymore. Which she's not wrong. So, Ethan, if you're out there, this one's for you.
Hang 10, brother.
2 things about myself. Number 1, I spent the summer in western rural Massachusetts being a lifeguard with my boyfriend over there, Tommy Fitz. And number 2, we took a cross-country road trip for 2 weeks that was life-changing, and he moved in with me. Oof, I don't want the only 2 things about me to be about my boyfriend.
No, those were about your life.
Yeah, that's about my life.
That's like what's happened with you recently.
Yep, and I'm about to graduate in 2 weeks. Woo! Which is exciting. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. All right.
What are you graduating in?
Well, my major is quite a mouthful, but it's business management administration, specializing in entrepreneurship.
We are
obsessed. That's a lot of words for just business,
yeah.
essentially.
I'm hearing maestro.
Oh, what does that mean?
Like, you are not just a business major, you are a business god or goddess, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like a true maestro at your craft.
That's a big claim, but you know, I'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. I'm sorry our polyvagal exercise didn't go as smoothly as expected. When attempting polyvagal theory with friends, a lot of it feels really weird. Like, I have this card deck that I use with a lot of clients, and I'll have them like pick a card, and one of them is like, you both stand up and like close your eyes and kind of like claw at the air to like show where your like force field like aura is. And like, I imagine if you and I attempted to do that, having like 10 or 13 years of friendship under our belt, it would devolve very quickly.
Yeah, I kind of like that one though.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe next time.
Definitely maybe next time with a guest that I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Or
with somebody from our room.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, we thank you for sharing about yourself. With that, we're just gonna jump right into the crush assessment.
Yeah.
Most of these questions will be the same. We might add on a couple at the end just based off of what you share that really fascinates us, or if anything that you share is particularly different. Our last guest was a bit of a special case, as I've briefed you. Mr. Dirk, who we love and adore so much. Savy. Savy misses you.
Miss you, Dirk. Oh, calm. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't worry. All right.
We're not cutting that.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. We can cut that. So the first few are literally just a little bit more about you. So I know that you mentioned you have your boyfriend in the room with us. The first question is your sexuality.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'd say still exploring is crazy. I'd say confirmed. Let me elaborate just a little bit.
Please. To your comfortability.
Yeah, to my comfortability, I would not label myself as anything. And I'm currently straight. Like, wait, I guess. I don't know.
You have a boyfriend.
I have a boyfriend. I've only dated men. I tried to date a woman once, and now we're really good friends. So that's about all I got. Pronouns
And
she, her. I guess I identify as straight right now, but like it's fluctuating.
Yeah, still
it's
to
a
be explored.
spectrum. Yeah,
I like that you.
My spectrum bounces around.
I like this definition.
Thank you.
It's undefined.
Undefined.
And we here at Crush Pod are obsessed with liminal spaces.
Ooh.
So truly, we're happy that you're here.
Thank you.
How would you define a crush?
Ooh. Someone that you enjoy thinking about.
That is so good.
I think that's
someone that you enjoy thinking about.
Ooh, wait, never mind. That could be a lot of things.
No, but like daydreaming, I'm
yes,
hearing.
like
yeah.
it's like
wool gathering.
Yeah, I'm bored and I've got nothing to think about, and it's like, ooh, let me think about that person that looked at me in class today.
Yeah.
Over a year and a half ago.
I love it. And we did give you a brief emotional intelligence assessment right before this. I know that you were a little bit nervous taking it. I mean, of course, it's, talking about emotional intelligence, and you are, as you mentioned, 21 years old.
Right.
And so even to be interested in and willing to discuss emotional intelligence is leaps and bounds beyond where most 21-year-old women are at. And I just, I want to preface it with that. That being said, your numbers are stellar here. And you took your time with it. And I saw you going back over your answers and making sure that you meant what you said, even when all of us in the room were chatting and talking, and
they were a little confusing at times.
Yeah.
And I think I take things too black and white, and it was I always. And I was well, I don't always do that. But I had to just choose one.
You're still exploring.
Yes,
thank you. For answers. Yeah, I hear you. So I am very interested in your scores. Your highest score is in self-management.
Oh, that makes sense.
Do you relate to that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
tell me more. I'm a big self-manager. I like to control things, but I've learned that I can't control everything, so I try to just control myself.
Yeah.
I think that comes from being a very anxious child and having a bit of whoa. Am I getting too deep here?
No.
Anyways, yeah. So I've always with my studies, with my just self-discipline in general, sometimes to a fault probably, but most of the time it works out.
Yeah.
And I've gotten places because of my self-management.
Yeah, you make changes where you know you can make changes.
Yeah.
And that's with yourself.
Yeah,
it's huge.
12 steps saying.
Yes.
Control the things you can control.
Yes. Absolutely. I can never remember the Serenity Prayer word for word.
That's what
but yes, we will insert it here somewhere. The other one that I am interested in is kind of obviously relationship management. Tell me about how you manage your relationships, or when you have a new crush or a new friend or a new partner in your life, what changes?
Well, I think I handle each one of those very differently, interestingly enough. I think I've always been a relationship person, so I think, relationship management is the question. I don't know how I feel I don't even know what that means, really. Just how I manage my own relationships.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not necessarily how you manage them.
Yeah,
it's about how do you pay attention to and nourish the connection.
Yeah. Okay. Relationships. I have always been big on those, so I think a lot of my energy has always gone into that. And I think I put my everything, every ounce of my being, well, not anymore necessarily, but probably, yeah. Every ounce of my being into relationships in a dating way.
I love that you're glancing at Tommy as you speak about this. It's so sweet.
In a friendship way, I have honestly been on the opposite spectrum sometimes and not put as much into those. Because I've had a boyfriend since I was 12. I think I've had a best friend since I was 5. Julianne, shout out you if you're out there. And she's been my constant. But we have the type of relationship where we can not talk for 3 months and hang out and everything's fine. So that, I think, set the stage for the rest of my friendships. And now I don't really text anyone. I don't really call anyone. I just see people when they're around, and that's really fun. And yeah, how do I feel about that? I want to get better at communicating with my friends, but yeah, I think sometimes I'd prioritized relationships in a non-platonic way over friendships, which has not been the best all the time, because then I feel really lonely while in a relationship.
Yeah.
And then I blame it on my partner, and then I break up with them.
Well,
not you though. Because I balance things better now.
I mean, yeah, you're on Crush Pod.
I don't know what that means. But
you just met 2 new people tonight.
Oh, yeah. New people? I love new people.
Yeah.
I love meeting people. Love you too. Thank you. I love meeting new people, and I'm very outgoing and extroverted. But getting deeper than what's that word? Acquaintance is it's that it goes from acquaintance to boyfriend or best friend of 5 years. There's really no in between because I don't manage those very well.
And so talking about your crushes will be interesting because crushes
yeah.
are that undefined space where like liminal, right? And so it's like it's not a relationship and it can't really be a friendship because there are feelings.
Yes.
And so I'm excited to get there with you. But
yeah, sorry. I'll try to make these briefer. I've just been thinking
this
too
is
much.
perfect.
So. Okay.
No, seriously, everything that you're sharing is gold. You kind of mentioned this that you've had a boyfriend since you were 12, but how like what is your number of past relationships?
Okay. 4.
Perfect.
Yes.
Not bad at all.
Not bad?
No.
I don't know. What's the like
So good. I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like I've had like 10.
Oh, well, I take boyfriends as someone, well, maybe you do too. I don't know what the definitions are, but like someone that, well, we could go 5 because there's someone I dated for 24 hours and I want to give them space to exist because I feel bad about that. But they did ask.
You were in a relationship for 24 hours.
Like they asked me to be their girlfriend and I panicked and said yes. And then 24 hours later, we don't need to get into the specifics, but I had a change of heart.
I would love to hear more about that. Maybe a little bit later.
Maybe, yeah.
In the episode.
Oh, yeah. You can hear more. I just don't know if this is the time.
Can we just call them 24 for this episode?
Yeah, 24.
24, this one's for you.
This one's for you. I'm sorry.
Somehow I hear trumpet playing again in the background. Okay, and obviously your boyfriend is here. So you are in a relationship right now.
Correct, yes.
Have you ever had a crush on somebody else while you're in a relationship?
Ooh. Definitely.
Okay. I want to hear about how it started.
Okay.
How long it lasted, and what made it go away.
Okay, yeah. Let me think about.
Was it with 24?
Oh, gosh. Well, with 24, essentially, I started being with 24 after a long-term relationship ended.
So it was a getaway car.
It was a getaway car, and then I went back to the ex.
Whoa.
It was a crazy 24 hours, I'll tell you that much. We'll just call him high school.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
You can give him something juicier, but it's a relationship I had all throughout high school, essentially. Anyways, and it had gotten stale, and like I said, sometimes I would feel lonely in a relationship, and that's a really weird feeling. And it was during one of those times where I was feeling lonely, and I went to Mexico with my family and stayed up really late one night talking to this random boy at a campfire. And then he added me on Snapchat and was texting me that night. And I'd asked, well, this is a bad thing. I asked for relationship advice at this campfire with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Including these 3 boys. And they were like, you have to break up with him. Like, that's not like, because I was basically saying that I don't know exactly what I said, but I cared about him, but I wasn't in love with him anymore and I wasn't like happy, you know? And they were like, you should break up with him. Like, that's not fair to either of you. I don't know if they were that emotionally intelligent with what they said, and I should have seen the ulterior motives. But regardless, then the boy started Snapchatting me. Boyfriend was like, why aren't you answering my snap? So he logged into my Snapchat. Classic high school relationship.
Whoa.
Saw that the last text the boy said was something about like maybe when you break up with your boyfriend. Because I think I had I had a concert where they lived the next week. And I was like, you guys should all come. And then he said, maybe if you break up with your boyfriend. And that's the text that he saw. And he screenshotted it and sent it to me. And so I don't even know if I had a crush. But long story short, we did break up. And then I went to the concert with that boy and he kissed me.
Okay.
But I didn't like him, actually.
You did not like him.
I don't know. But okay. Yeah. Okay.
So it was not like you didn't like see this boy and you were like, oh, there's some attraction here. I'm thinking about him. You were already in the process of doubting your relationship.
That's true.
So,
I think we had a lot of deep conversations that I hadn't had with my current boyfriend that night around the fire. And he was very, he was a year older than me and he had just graduated high school and he was like valedictorian going to like NYU. And he just had a lot of interesting things to talk about. And I think that attracts me, even if the visuals aren't attracting. So I think
do you know your Venus sign?
Oh, brother. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I was just
We'll do that
intellectually
later.
I was intellectually stimulated by him.
Yeah.
And I hadn't had that in a while.
Yeah.
So I think that was the attraction, but he was scary. Oh, he was not. I was gonna say scary looking, but that's mean. And Tommy just saw a picture of him recently. Anyways, that's all.
I'm seeing like Wolverine.
No, he was a derpy, really skinny, tall white guy.
Sorry, he was a
derpy. He was derpy.
I thought you said Durkee.
Can I think for one more second? Okay, I'm just gonna think if I had Durkee. No, Dirk. He did not look like you. I just saw you, and you were none of that, except for white, I think. But okay, let me think about crushes in relationships one more time. Yeah. No. Oh, God.
24 is different?
Yeah. This is not 24.
I thought this was 24.
I'm sorry, no. That was NYU. So this period of my life, when I broke up with my long-term boyfriend in high school, there was a lot going on in that period. There was NYU, 24, the horse races.
These are incredible titles.
And honestly, most of them I didn't really like. They liked me, and I didn't have good boundaries and liked hanging out with them. Wait, what did you say?
Like you gave in.
I guess so. It's a common theme with me where I was very naive and I enjoy doing things. So like the horse races, I thought I'd never get another opportunity to go to the horse races, right? Like I'm never going to go to the horse races. So this boy invited me, and then, which is my bad, we took pictures together, which was kind of weird. Anyways, he posted them on his main Instagram like we were grid. First picture, me and him at the horse races. Like, low-key, his hand was around my waist, and my hand was on his chest, which was weird. But I think it was a week after the long-term relationship, and that's the only way I knew how to pose with a man. So it's just, like, muscle memory. Anyways, so everyone thought I was a slut and a whore, and my senior year was almost ruined because of that.
That's horrible.
But I'll take some accountability, because what the hell was I doing?
A girl only goes to the horse races once in her life.
What am I to do?
No, I completely feel you there.
Yeah.
Like, when you are that age, life feels so expansive and so small at the same time.
Ooh, yeah.
Especially going into senior year.
Yeah.
What you need more than anything is to know that you have options.
Yeah.
Because a lack of options is a trauma.
Yeah.
That is like the easiest way to describe trauma is you were put in a position where you did not have options.
That makes sense.
And so when we're talking about like a long-term relationship during these developmental years, and you might be, acting out towards the end of it.
Yeah. When
you're about to make all of these decisions that impact the rest of your life, it makes complete sense. I'm not saying that it was good or bad, but another thing we do on this podcast, we really try not to label good or bad or right or wrong.
Okay, that's good.
Like, we really just believe in validating and affirming your experience. Yeah. And this is your experience, and it's sacred. Wow.
I've been wanting another therapy appointment, so I'm glad you invited me to this. This feels good.
This is not therapy.
Is not therapy. This is not therapy, by the way. But can it give me the same feeling?
Clear. Absolutely.
Okay.
And it's valid.
Thank you.
Sorry. You go.
No. My last thing was that I think that I have had other crushes that were probably people I actually liked, but I think I suppressed them a lot because I was probably questioned about it by that significant other. And I was like, oh my God, this is bad because I low-key do like them, but that's not good. So I'm just going to really push that away. Does that make sense?
And so did the pushing it away make it go away?
Honestly, probably.
Yes.
I don't know.
Or if you were to conjure up one example, do you still like them?
This is the one thing that you've asked me. And
No. If you were to just think about one of those people that like you maybe had a crush on during a relationship, bring them to the forefront of your mind right now. Smash or pass.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You are in a relationship right now, too.
Well, yeah, but we talked about this. We went over honestly, I'm a bit of an oversharer, so Tommy kind of knows.
I was going to say, considering you guys went through all of your and Ethan's DMs, I feel like
oh yeah,
this is like great.
Yeah.
And when can I go through?
Okay, probably Smash.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so another, I don't know, this brings up so much that me and Evan are probably going to talk about in the conclusion. So I am going to keep moving.
Just keep going.
Thank you so much, because those stories,
course.
I mean, 24 NYU and horse races will probably be the title of this episode, to be honest,
love.
because I'm obsessed. Now the fun part. Tell me about your current or most recent crush.
Should that be my boyfriend? Like, well, never mind. Like, honestly, I guess that is my most recent crush.
Aww.
Let me tell you about. Oh, this is weird with him right there. I'll talk to the camera. So I've been making eye contact with him the whole time. Hey guys.
We're gonna start with like
Yeah, give me some questions so I don't just ramble.
body sensation.
What? How does my body? Never mind. I'm not even gonna guess what that means.
So I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Because Dirk was very organized and created a spreadsheet to these questions, he talked about how with body sensation with his crushes, he went from like having butterflies when he would have a crush to experiencing like heart pounding
With the same person?
as he aged.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So
So-
like maybe like when you started having a or Evan.
Not one specific crush, but
Okay, the feeling of a crush.
physically.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like warmth or
Ooh, can I think about this for 1 second?
yes, or if it like gives you like a head rush, like a zen feeling.
Yeah, I think it went from being very like butterfly, like the classic, like, ooh, exciting. And then after I like hurt some people's feelings and realized that like relationships are a big deal and I tend to get into them easily, when I got a crush, it became more like stressful because I had to be like, okay, so am I gonna date this person and I date to marry, and I always have, and I tried not to, and it
She's
didn't
literally always said that, by the
work.
way.
Have I always said that?
You've always said that. She coined that phrase. Savy Rey dates to marry. You've probably seen the signs across town.
So, and I think that is due to the fact that my parents have been together since they were 12, and they have a very happy relationship, marriage.
Wow.
And I've always looked up to them, and I'm very lucky. With that being lucky, I think I had that pressure that I thought I was going to meet the love of my life at age 12, Ethan. Rip. But, so anyways, the feeling got more, I guess, what's that? Anxiety. That's the feeling when I got crushes, because I was like, okay, so am I going to marry this person or not? Even though I'm having a lot of fun with them,
Yeah.
not marrying you. So shoot, now I got to
Right.
cut it off.
So there was already a preliminary. You've been cut off. So you're explaining this preliminary feeling of dread and anxiety because you're like, oh my gosh, we're doing this again.
Ooh, yeah.
First of all, can I say I relate?
Oh.
And second of all, that feeling of anxiety, we need that feeling in relationships to tell us whether or not the partner is going to fit us. And so if you're having this preliminarily just based off of your past experience, then it's like, how do you know if the anxiety is just coming from the past or if there are signals that are telling you this person isn't a good fit for you?
Yes.
And the answer, if you can answer this is just like a minor sub question, but I feel that I've seen you in a really happy, regulated state, like at peace. Like you were saying, you don't need the stimulation of like texting other people or being friends with a bunch of people right now because you have your core needs kind of satiated. Would you say that in this relationship you feel fairly regulated and at peace?
My current one, absolutely. Abso-friggin-lutely.
Yay!
Yep.
I'm just so happy to hear that.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you. Me too.
So that was a great answer to the body sensation. In terms of, you can rate this from like when you first started falling for Tommy. Like, I want to hear about the intensity. And this is somewhat tied to like truthfulness, like how true and kind of across the board pervasive the feelings felt. So from 1 where it's like, it's something, but like I don't know if we need to go there, to 7, which is like, this is the most true like thing that I know, is that I like this person.
At the beginning?
Yeah.
Like the very beginning. Like I'm going from when I saw him. No?
Maybe like when you two decided to start dating.
Oh, okay, because that was... Wait, can I give a slight back like reference?
Yeah.
So we met working at a summer camp together last summer in New Hampshire, and that's all the backstory I'm going to give you. So we started dating at the end of the summer camp, so that was 2 months into knowing each other. Anyways, when we started dating, how true.
Or intense.
Intense. 5.
Love it. And now?
Now, oh, sorry, not the, intense. There's less intensity, but more truthfulness. I don't know if that makes sense.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
So we'll go 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. And I, like we were saying about the anxiety,
Yeah.
the last question is a level of disturbance. And so when I say this, it's not necessarily anxiety disturbance. It's more like, how often did this crush on Tommy, or like your feelings for Tommy, just like distract you and kind of like not mess up, but just alter your day-to-day reality from 1 to 10, where 10 is the most.
Literally 1.
Aww.
I don't know if that's like a good thing or we don't label things. My bad. Okay, yeah. Anyways, 1, that's something about this relationship that I've never had before, is I used to really hyper fixate on relationships and I had a very anxious attachment style, and this is my first relationship where I like don't have that anymore, and I can, which sounds bad. I used to think it was a bad thing, because I'd be like, why am I not like obsessing over him and thinking about him all the time? And I realized it's because I'm just not worried about what he's doing or who he's talking to, or
Because you're secure.
because I'm secure.
And you trust him.
Oh, it's so cool. But anyways, yeah.
Go
But I still
Tommy.
think about you, and I love you so much. But I can be apart from him and not like want to rip my hair out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge. Especially because you guys did long distance.
Exactly. We did long
So.
distance too, which can be, if for an
I
anxious...
feel like you really can only do that if you're secure.
I think that's true, if you have trust.
Beautiful. This might be the same answer, but who is... It can be a funny answer too.
Yeah.
So who has been like your favorite crush?
Ooh.
Favorite crush.
Favorite crush. Oh, wait, let me think about that.
We should do a separate theme song just for favorite crush. With the trumpet.
Favorite.
Favorite crush. We could harmonize again.
Oh, let's not. Sorry, I've had a lot of crushes, I think. Do you know my favorite crush? If you had to guess. Oh, well, okay, pretend it's not you, because you've been great. You've been a great crush. I'm kind of thinking of non-relationship crushes.
Right. Yeah. It can be kind of like funny and like just something that taught you something, or that was like so intense that it was stupid and you look back and laugh on it.
Yeah.
Like almost like limerence.
Yeah. But, okay, my favorite crush is Rock Hunter. First and last name.
Rock Hunter?
Rock Hunter, yes.
Damn.
He's
Rock Hunter. Person or profession, said Eva from the room.
He was my crush before Ethan in middle school, and I wrote poems about him, and we had you could get tickets for doing good things in class, and they'd put them in a raffle and whatever. And when I was like chosen to pick the raffle person, I like looked, because it was a clear jar, stupid, and like grabbed the one with his name on it and then kept it, and I still have it.
Aww.
Yeah, in a thing.
That is so sweet. So you were 11 or 12?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
11 probably.
Right around
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. How long did it last?
Probably a year or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you want to marry Rock Hunter?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, what were your expectations? Was it like, I want him to be my first kiss, I want to hold his hand, I want to go to the dance with him?
I think I just wanted to look at him from what I can recall. I don't think he was very shy and and I think honestly my first relationship was right after this, and I think that's when the like marriage thing started kicking in, because I was like, shoot, I'm at marrying age now. I'm 12. So I really need to like lock in.
You took biblical ages really seriously. You were like, I will conceive within the year and not from intercourse.
I was like, this is when my parents met, so I have to meet them right now. So I think with Rock, I was free.
Aww.
Didn't have to get married to him. I could just look at him and
wow.
Yeah.
With Rock, you were free. You could just look at him. I saw this TikTok this week that was like, I sent it to you guys. Like, when you have a crush on somebody, it's like you see them the way that God sees them. Like, it's like you look at them as though you created them.
I don't know about that.
And yet are completely apart from them at the same time.
That's something.
Sometimes when I have a crush, I feel like I'm an angel that was sent from heaven to do whatever they need.
That's something's
so like
wrong.
When I have a crush on somebody, I'll be like, if you need any help with anything, I've got you for the next probably 3 months. Like 90 days, you've got me.
That's interesting.
Like, I'll like fix your roof or something.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Servant leadership.
Very servant-hearted.
Servitude. No. No.
Do you still have some of that feeling of like, I just want to look at you?
To Rock Hunter? I don't want to say anything bad about. Wait, never mind.
No. We're coming back. What I meant was, when you have crushes now, is there still some of that feeling of like, I just want to look at you?
Oh, for sure. I stared at Tommy for those 2 months, like all the time. We'd be in a crowded room, and I swear this is how I knew that it was like something. I also kept a journal throughout this time, and I said on day 3 of knowing him, I said I wanted to marry him. Call that being a freak, and you could say that for sure. But his face would like illuminate, and it would be so crowded, but I could always in any room see him, which is kind of weird. But
have you seen Frances Ha?
No. Is that a movie?
It's this like coming of age movie with Greta Gerwig. She like wrote it and helped direct it and starred in it.
Oh, love her.
Personal dream of mine. But it was so beautiful. She has this like one monologue where she's like, it's that thing where you're like at a party and everybody's having a good time, and you came there with somebody that you love, and you're in a different conversation, but the two of you just like look at each other, and like that's it. Like that was like what she had been searching for her whole life.
She found it.
Yeah. And it's such a like, I mean, that's not necessarily a crush, but it's definitely like hanging in this infinite balance of like life itself. Like that tension of you're not actively in a conversation with them, but you look across the room and they're illuminated for you.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
It's beautiful.
So yes, I do in crushes still want to just look.
I'm very happy to hear this.
Thanks.
How do you quantify a successful relationship?
Ooh, not by time anymore. Successful when both people are happy and respected.
Yes. Beautiful.
And yeah, that's all.
Happy and respected.
Yes. Both people respect each other.
Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
That's important. Because I don't think that's ever happened in any of my other relationships. There's always been an imbalance. Yeah. Yay.
So sweet. So the next question was, what was your most successful relationship? But I'm hearing this relationship has kind of helped you define what a success looks like.
Yeah. All of them all the others burned in flames.
Yeah.
Burned in flames. They just ended pretty poorly.
Because they all went to hell?
No. No. Definitely not Ethan. I like that Ethan's the only one with a real name.
And Rock. Also Rock Hunter.
Oh, Rock Hunter.
And I'm sure plenty of people are named 24.
Yeah. I just have yeah. A comment is that I actually, like, my most detrimental relationship was the one I had before meeting Tommy, and I actually haven't talked about that at all, and I think that's a good sign, and I'm going to tell my therapist about that, because I feel like we're making progress.
Cheers.
Clink.
We would say skål
In Norway.
in Norway.
In Norway.
In
Skål.
Norway. Skål.
I like that.
Okay. So we've already talked about the crush phase of your most successful relationship. So in the beginning of the interview, you selected 5 core values.
Yes.
The last question, we're already at the last question, so wonderful job, pat yourself on the back, is how you think these 5 values have impacted your crush process.
Whoa.
So the 5 ones that you highlighted are loving someone, learning new things, being physically fit, being creative, and being independent.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so basically, how do you see these 5 values impacting
My crushes.
your crush process? So, like,
Ooh.
maybe who you have a crush on,
Yeah.
whether or not you, like, it's a crush process. So, like, whether or
Yeah.
not you act on it. And I know you already mentioned, like, you haven't really acted on a lot of the crushes that where you actually liked the person while you were in a relationship.
Yeah. If I did like them, I think I dated them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, if I really liked them, I think I had to get them. And I mostly did.
Do you think some of these values could have impacted, like, that
Oh,
element?
for sure. Okay, so impacting my crushes, learning something. Like, I love learning, so if you can teach me something, auga, you know? Tommy taught me how to play the banjo, and that's how I fell in love.
Wow.
And again, we're talking about, like, intellectual stimulation. Very important. So
yes.
even if you don't got the looks, but you got the brains, you got a chance. Not now, but you did. Being active. I'm a very active person. So,
Yeah.
like, Ethan, surfing. Oh, yeah, I like surfing too. Let's go do something. Horse races. Just kidding. That's not active. 24, we would, like, skate together and go on road trips and, like, I need to always be doing something. And if we like doing the same things, that's really cool. And that's, okay, just really quickly, that's also gotten me into a lot of trouble because sometimes I just like doing things with people.
Yeah.
And that makes them think that I like them, but I really just like doing things with them. Anyways, in a platonic way.
Right.
And other one was loving someone. Gotta love someone.
Gotta
So,
love someone.
Yeah, I like loving someone. And, yeah, that's definitely impacted. Like, I felt like I always needed to have a crush.
Yeah.
Like, I need to have someone to love and think about. And yeah.
Cue Somebody to Love by Queen. Can you just sing the first bar for us?
Exact. Yep.
Can you just sing that first can for us?
Can you?
No, it's like but
Oh, damn it. Find me. Oh, this is beautiful.
somebody
To
love.
Good job. Yes, Harmony. Oh. Okay. I don't. If there's one more. Is it managing myself or being independent?
Being creative.
Oh,
and being
being
independent.
being
But being
creative.
creative kind of goes with doing
Learning,
things.
doing things,
Yeah.
learning things, being creative. Those all kind of go together in their own way. And being independent has actually hindered my crushes and relationships because I'll get the itch to be alone and be myself, and I feel like I'm too codependent, and then I can not want to have a crush anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't need you, and I don't need to think about you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that.
It's such a fine balance of like being independent
Yes.
and especially at this age trying to figure out like who you are.
Yes.
And at the same time like that necessary tension of like being in relationships will show you who you are
Ooh,
in such a clear
yeah,
way.
True.
Like relationships are such a mirror, and so you've had that unique experience, I would say, for our generation of being in as many long-term relationships as you've been in at 21.
Yeah.
It's I don't see it as a bad thing at all. I think you're
glad you don't.
really good at looking yourself in the mirror and like acknowledging what's there and what's not. Because that's what relationships are, you know? That's why some people run so far from them because they don't want to look at themselves.
Wow, this is like giving me a new outlook on this whole thing.
That's
I always
always my
hated
goal.
it about myself, so that's cool.
Aw.
Sorry, that was dark. I didn't mean that.
Well, I mean, you were conditioned to find your soulmate at 12.
Exactly.
And
what's a girl to do?
You did, but you're not with him anymore.
Rip.
Just kidding. I'm totally joking. That was just totally a joke
That
for
we
my
were
brother.
just joshing, you guys.
Not Josh Dodge.
Wait. Never mind. Anyways,
that is it.
Thank
that is
you.
all of the questions
wow,
we
I was
have.
not expecting all that.
Yeah.
Is there a Q&A section that we can?
Yeah. We're gonna open up for
That was sweet.
for a rare Q&A.
Oh.
Do you want to just come up and speak your question? Speak your truth?
I was just curious about, as somebody who said they've almost always had a crush on somebody.
Mm.
In the times, have there been times that you can identify where you haven't had a crush? And how does that feel?
Have there been times where I like can remember not having a crush? I think yes. Right after my past relationship, I think there was like a good chunk of time because it rocked my world so hard that it was the first time that I couldn't think about anyone else. And I wouldn't say I had a crush on him still because I was, well, yeah, I don't know about all that. But, and wait, I'm sorry, the second half to the question was like, what was that like?
Yeah, just what did it feel like?
Ugh. It was actually really good for me, and I'm really glad I had that. But it was really hard, and I didn't know who to talk to about things. I didn't know like what to obsess over. After being in such like a tumultuous relationship, it was like the stillness was almost like scarier. But I actually made a lot of friends, good friends. I joined a club at school. Wow, yeah, I actually
Is that when you joined the ski team?
Yes, I
Yeah.
joined the snow team at SDSU and made a lot of friends and was so active and like actually applying myself in life. So I guess like really good for me, which that's why sometimes I'm like, ooh, never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm just kidding. But sometimes I'm like, shoot, do I need to be single to like, my fear is being complacent. So I got to figure out how to do that. How to
You being alone pushed you into
into
action.
action, exactly. Thank you. Sorry, that was a long answer.
I think sorry, Evan, go. Any way in which our internal and external world gets kind of rocked pushes us into some kind of action.
Yeah.
So I know you're very concerned about being very consistently in relationships, but time is not linear.
Ooh.
So I've been working with this phrase of like, say yes to the people who are ready to love you.
Oh.
And like, you mean that with family, friends, and romantic relationships. And like, you just so happen to be a person that people fall in love with often.
Okay. All right. I'm not anyways.
No, that's honestly all I wanted to say.
Oh,
Like,
thank you.
again, you have really gone through this assessment with a lot of humility and kind of speaking not negatively, but kind of speaking down on just the fact that you've been in so many relationships. And I think actually you've just learned so much, and it speaks to your emotional intelligence scores and just like your ability to keep on trucking through this
Thank you.
podcast episode with us.
You've shifted my perception on all these things.
I'm
so
sure it'll last forever.
I didn't expect any of this, so thank you.
Yeah, she didn't think this was going to be filmed. So.
I didn't know what this was. She just said there'd be bevs and snacks.
Always on Crush Pod.
Always.
Yeah. Did we have one more question?
I have one.
Yes. Yes.
You would be. Have you ever had more than one crush at the same time?
Ooh. Have you ever had more than one crush at the same time?
If like not counting being in a relationship and having a crush on someone, okay, probably yes. One time is the only time I can think of, and I think it was actually with Tommy. I was trying to have options at this summer camp because I didn't know like what was going down. So it was like day 2, and I was like, I thought him and this other guy were cute, and I think the only reason I'm remembering that is because I wrote it in my journal. But other than that, I don't have any like clear memory. I think I'm a pretty like one. I got my eye on something, and then
You date to marry.
I date to marry.
You crush to keep.
You've always said that.
And you always said that.
I don't know. Is that true? I'm so scared. Is this her thing? Guys, gosh, it's always a bit that that I don't understand.
Let me know if you agree in the comments.
Like and subscribe.
Okay. Is there anything that you'd like to leave us with? What did you learn on Crush Pod today? Oh, I forgot about this. Okay. You can tell me what you've learned,
Okay.
and then I want you to answer whether or not you would like to call your crush.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the first question. Wait, do I do both? Well, I've got some questions all around. So, first of all, I've learned a lot of things today. So I've learned, you're going to contribute to this? I've learned that being in a lot of long-term relationships is not a negative thing, and it doesn't mean that you don't know yourself. It can actually mean the opposite, and that's really cool.
Yes.
And I think that's my main takeaway. And there's more, but I'm going to have to think about it for a couple days because it really just hit me like a ton of bricks.
I love
this
it.
whole thing, yeah.
And would you like to call your crush?
Can I ask questions? Like, should I call Tommy? Like, is it my current crush?
I kind of assumed it would be horse races.
Oh, God. Can I call a crush?
I'm totally joking.
Oh, really?
We want you to call your current crush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boring. Just kidding. Wait, but this isn't... Never mind. I'm not going to say this isn't fun. This is fun.
You should have seen who Dirt called.
Who did he call? Did he not call you? Uh-oh. Guess we'll have to find out.
He called 24.
He called 24? Oh. Okay, so this is normal.
Yeah, this is totally normal.
This is totally normal.
You guys don't call your crush? Weird.
Get on that.
You should come on Crush Pod and learn how to. Here we teach essential intimacy skills.
Sensual?
So this is love.
I actually can't. That was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Are you going to answer?
Sweetness. Okay. Thank you, Savy, for being on. Thank you, Tommy, for
Maddie.
being in our audience. And now I'm going to invite on our legendary co-host, Mr. Attorney General Evan Flores. Evan Cole Flores, Attorney General. He is running for Attorney General
Thank you so much.
in the fall term of 2032.
Incredible.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. So this is pretty different than the last one.
I feel like I need to put on a disclaimer. No, I have an allergic reaction to my tattoo bandage
Oh.
right now. So if you guys have seen me like tapping my arm quite a bit, it's just that I'm burning up, like completely burning up. So I'm sorry, but yeah,
Okay.
bless you. Did you sneeze? No. Bless you anyways. Bless you more.
Yeah. What is the tattoo of?
It is of a Norwegian fairy tale book.
Oh,
Savy actually helped me pick it out.
beautiful.
But her name is Tornarusa, and it is like Norwegian Sleeping Beauty.
Very cool.
Yes.
Okay. So let's take a second to digest all that.
Yeah, would you like to hum?
I Are we going to do the same exercise? Perfect. Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fairly dissonant.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I didn't know we were trying to harmonize, though. Is that what we should do for the next one?
I was just hoping we would, like, organically.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like we went for the same note, but I was a little out of tune. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Don't blame yourself.
Oh, sorry. It's my
I was
instinct.
doing an F sharp.
I was definitely going for an F regular. So I think that was the problem. Yeah. Okay. So what were your biggest takeaways from all of this? Were Sav's answers conducive to your overlying hypothesis?
I loved this episode. I loved this interview, even though it just ended. I feel like it really was very different from our last episode, and in a very fun way. I think that Savvy brought some youthfulness and levity. I think I kind of treat myself like I'm older than I am a lot, and when I'm around Savvy, I kind of like get to be my true age, which is like, you know, literally a 24-year-old girl. And it just felt fun and lighthearted, but also deeply sincere. And so I think what I learned and took away from it, I mean, we talked a lot about how Savvy's been in several long-term relationships, and she's seen that as like something that might have taken away some of her decision-making skills and development. And for me, like, as somebody that has not been in very many long-term relationships, I see it as such a skill. And so I think we do judge ourselves a lot based on like how long our relationships last, and like a successful relationship can be defined and determined by length a lot, like as she mentioned in that question. And so just kind of taking some of the pressure off of that and looking at her crushes and her crush experiences in contrast to her relationships was my favorite part.
Now, her descriptions of a lot of her crushes, particularly as they related to those being that occurred while in relationships, tended to be more of a descriptor of kind of the stress and the anxiety that comes with it and some of the negative effects. And while I do think that one of her takeaways, as she said, was that maybe not all of it was as negative as she previously thought, I think it stands in stark contrast to our previous guests who approach crushes with a lot more of a kind of wide-eyed enthusiasm and positivity.
Yeah, totally.
Do you think that crushes tend to lean more towards being a positive influence that get people excited, or more of one that can create pressure and anxiety for people?
Savvy did mention attachment styles, and I think attachment plays a really big role.
For those of us who are not educated on attachment styles, can you walk us through that?
Super quickly, the picture of like a securely attachment is built in infancy, and so securely attached baby, mom leaves the room and baby cries but is able to self-soothe. Anxiously attached baby cries and is unable to self-soothe. Avoidantly attached baby does not cry but is internally freaking out. And so when we talk about attachment and crushes, sorry, where were we going with this?
I think you were going to tell us about the way that
really
attachment style
impacts crush.
impacts the way that a crush affects a person,
Right,
whether
right.
positively or negatively.
So like an avoidant person, there's like a lot of TikToks about this, like the avoidant person that has a crush, they're packing up and they're leaving town. Like they are headed as far away as they can afford for as long as they can afford. An anxiously attached person is kind of using this crush like a chain smoker with cigarettes, where it's like it's gone way
Savvy
more
is
than a
just
pack a day.
nodding
They're
on
like
the side.
taking hits off of like the person's social media, the text messages, they're rereading and going through everything and pulling it apart. And then a securely attached individual is thinking about their crush when things remind them of their crush, and not like forcing things to remind them of their crush, and displaying very regulated emotions and decision-making skills with regards to their crush. Like anxiously attached, or like sometimes we trend to be a little bit more anxious just like in that beginning stage, and so like all we want to talk about is our crush. But also a lot of us just are a little bit anxiously attached because like we're addicted to our phones and we're addicted to dopamine hits.
Sure.
And so when it comes to crushes, like a lot of us are taking hits off of our crush.
Very cool.
That sounds bad. Not taking hits off of our crush. Like
Like a drug. It's crazy.
a lot of us are beating our crush to a pulp. And it has to stop.
It's an epidemic, guys. It
Join me
needs to
today
stop.
at the horse races.
Incredible. Did you have any primary takeaways from Savy's answers in the interview?
I really loved how she defined that early crush phase of just loving to stare at him.
Incredible.
Just like I just want to look at him. It conjured that image of Bradley Cooper driving away from Lady Gaga and The Star Is Born, where he's like, "I just wanted to get a good look at you," and she goes. So yeah, that's what's replaying in my head right now.
Incredible.
What about
Okay.
you?
Oh, I think my favorite answer was when she was defining like what a crush is to her, which is, oh, like it's when I like to think about the person.
I want to think about that.
Yeah. And for me, like that's kind of how I think of crushes personally,
Yeah.
which is like when you're not with the person, but they kind of creep into your mind a bit.
Yeah.
And they enter your thoughts. I think Sav said, it's like, oh, when you're bored, you think about them, which is like kind of on point. So I think that was my favorite answer. And also super interesting about the whole thing with her parents
Yeah.
meeting at 12 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
that's got to have a huge impact on all the viewpoints and metrics of success for a relationship, right?
Right. And her mentioning that like that earliest crush, it was Rock Hunter. Like that was the only crush where she was like, there's no pressure to marry him. I can just stare at him all day. And it's like, whoa, like when was the last time we had a crush without feeling some level of guilt or obligation or expectation around it? Like when was the last time we just had this pure-hearted, almost frivolous experience of like enjoying the thought, entertaining the thought of someone?
Probably when I was 11.
Right. It's like, whoa. And how do we bring that back? And I think that's part of what we're trying to
Yeah.
like capture here in these conversations.
Is there something to be said about that added element of pressure or obligation that comes with a more non-adolescent crush? Is there a value to it? Or is that something that...
Is there
we'll have
value to having the pressure and the motivation?
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Just like from an evolutionary perspective. An evolutionary perspective. 100%. But when we're just looking at it from an experiential therapy, it's all about, taking away the good and the bad and the black and white thinking and just sitting with it, no matter what it is. And something special happens when we can do that with a crush. That's where the best art is created. Although art is also created in these times of like great tension and like having to fight for your crush because of the expectations and the pressures that you may be experiencing. There's also this like somatic wealth in just like sitting in that feeling and acknowledging where it is in your body and whether it's moving and what color it is if you want to go IFS and whether it's fast or slow, all of the stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's all I have. Do you have anything further?
No, but this was so fun today.
Oh, that was excellent.
I think we
Really setting the
caught
bar.
lightning in a bottle.
I know. You're really, really making it tough on our follow-up guests to
Seriously.
try and top you.
Between you and Durkee,
Yeah. 2 10s right in a row.
2
Incredible.
10s.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me, Maddie.
Cheers, Ev.
Cheers.